So you all should be able to hear me. One second, I just need to switch my second monitor on here because it was kind of a spontaneous decision. So give me a second. Yeah, 1 second. We're not in a rush. So I just need to make sure that everything goes well here. Yeah, so can I see the chat? Yeah. All right, so we just started, so nobody missed anything. I just need to go to the coffee machine, get my coffee, which just ran through, and I'll be back. So there it is. So it was kind of a spontaneous one, because obviously the flush is happening right now. Yeah, it's probably not finished yet, and that across the market, sometimes I think when things happen like that, you need to be there instead of making videos, right? And looking at the charts. Why not do it live and share my thoughts live? You can ask questions. In the meantime, please, would be great if you could hit the like button. And then what I'll do later after the live stream, I'm going to work on the updated altcoin videos for channel members. So you'll get that today. I promise that. So that will happen later today. But I want to do the stream. Maybe an hour or so, yeah, we'll see. But hope there's no panic. I mean, it's a bit of a sea of red at the moment there, which obviously some altcoins, unfortunately, are really suffering, unfortunately. Luckily, most of them have one more bullish setup left, basically. But yeah, a lot of them are getting challenged, obviously, right? So anyway, we're looking at Bitcoin. Please feel free to ask questions, but also make sure that you hit the like button. And then we take a look at the charts. 1 second, I just need to answer something here quickly. 1 second. Can't talk and write at the same time. Okay, it's multitasking. So yeah, okay. So what Professor Alucard said, Ben, man, it's 6 p.m. no coffee at this time. Oh, come on, I drink coffee at 11 p.m. in the you know how it works. Coffee doesn't have any effect anymore. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. No, I'm traveling at the moment, actually, so I don't have my normal setup at the moment. A bit temporary. So I'm in this sort of sitting in a lodge at the moment. They've got a coffee machine here, so I had to buy all these pods. So I try everything. Anyway, okay, so where are we now? We are looking at the Bitcoin chart. So we want to talk about targets here. I mean, let me take the fibs out because they mess everything up a little bit. What I will do, I will collect some on the way down here. Some Bitcoin, some Ethereum. I actually hope it will break that 27,210 level, this B wave low, because if we take this support out, this is not only structural support, but it's also relevant support to break the triangle and really confirm it. But we had previous support here. If we take that out, I think that is go time and we go down quite a bit lower. But I actually don't think Bitcoin has too much more room to go. I don't think Bitcoin has too much more room to go, not as per this Elliott Wave count. However, what we also need to take a look at and consider is the daily relative strength index, the daily RSI. Now the MACD is just increasing the negative momentum here on Bitcoin, right? So pushing down further, right? And we have a cross of the zero line to the a cross below the zero level on the MACD. That's quite bearish. What I'd like to see actually, okay, Bitcoin still has a bit of way to go as per the RSI, because what I would like to see, and I said that before, I would like to see price make a higher low compared to the 10th of March low, but the RSI hit a similar level. That would be very bullish. I'm waiting for that. Yeah, okay, it doesn't need to go down into the oversold range necessarily, but if it comes close, but price is quite far away still from the 10th of March low, that would be quite bullish. Yeah, so I'm just actually thinking, can you actually see? Yeah, I've got a temporary setup here, so I'm not entirely sure. But okay, live is still streaming, that's great. Okay, so yeah, people still coming in, so we're great in the meantime if you hit the like button, and I'm happy to cover your questions because we are here to cover a few charts, look at a few. Good news is that the forecast was quite bearish for Bitcoin Ethereum, at least short term, so that drop shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. The only thing that is a bit challenging for bullish cases is that a lot of the altcoin bullish setups are currently getting challenged. Bitcoin's not yet. Bitcoin has a lot of space still. Okay, so let me see if I have a few questions. So, okay, coffee, okay, AVAX. Okay, let's just pick a few because I can't cover them all. But okay, we need to update a few charts. So let's look at AVAX, and also give my best to answer questions. Probably won't be able to answer them all. Okay, so AVAX is just running as per the forecast. Yeah, it actually broke that triangle to the downside, which is great. That only happened today. I think we talked only just yesterday, about the triangle with a forecast drop to the downside based on this triangle. And yeah, I think it looks like we're now in the C wave, right? Very impulsive on the way down. I would even say, looking at this, yeah, that we are heading down here in this C wave, and that we might have had a small wave 1, 2 here. This is the 3 now, and there'll be a 4 and a 5, and ideally it's holding $13. Yeah, so it still has space in this. So the yellow box, yeah, is basically support for the bullish case. So breaking and sustaining below 12.99, that actually indeed would be quite bearish, but it still has another 12% room to go. Okay. So yeah, so that's all okay. There's no need to change the AVAX chart, right? Okay, so DOT, and I just randomly, when they fly in, I just have a look because we want to update some charts and then hopefully answer your questions as well. Okay, Ivan, I don't know if GMX will hold support, but it certainly has some more room to go. I mean, it's not immediately, it's not being threatened. Also, it's not a matter of, if I think it will hold. It's more like just, as long as it holds, and then just trading high reward, low risk setups. Because I don't know if it holds, but it certainly has a good chance to do so. Okay. But this is DOT. So also DOT here, no change to the count at this stage. Yeah, relevant support here for the bullish case is 485. For the imminent, yeah, okay, this is the set. There is no other bullish setup available if this breaks. And ideally, we're holding here the 485 level below the 78.6 FIB. That's it, okay? And I would be looking for new bear market lows, unfortunately, but it still has some space to go. The thing is, below these levels, right, below the 78.6 FIB, it can still hold. It can still turn around, but it's just the likelihood just reduces, okay? Okay, so that's updated. That's all good. So, all right. So then we looked at ARB was a question, and I have a feeling this isn't looking good. Oh, here. Yeah, this is going to make... I mean, yeah, okay, this is done. This is done. This is invalidated. This has invalidated the bullish count. For anybody who missed the ARB videos, first of all, we talked about it's rather unreliable count anyway, because of the short chart history, and the break below 125 will be the warning. Okay, and since then it has now dropped significantly. So that's what stops are for. Yeah, that's what stops are for. That's what the boxes are for, because Elliott Wave gives us these clear invalidation points, or at least, I mean, invalidation was here at $1.10 of the bullish count. That's completely messed up now. So we take that out. But the 125 level, as I always say, the 78.6 FIB level, if that breaks, that's typically it. And since then, yeah, price dropped another, 18%. So had someone gone long in this area, the stop would have protected you and saved you like 18%, right? So that means there is no bullish count left for ARB. So it's bearish. Okay, so this has now no history of uptrend because it made a new low. So let me just take one second. I can just remove the drawings, I think. Yeah, it's quicker. So obviously we had the invalidation here that was here. And this means we had, unfortunately, something like this. A wave, B wave, and C wave. And this is now impulsive on the way down. That means until we have evidence that something more bullish is going on, we need to be focused on the downside. And yeah, this is not good. Okay, so it would have been great to have a 1-2 here, a wave 3, a wave 4. Okay, failed. Then the idea was maybe another 1-2, 1-2 setup. Failed, so that's it. So yeah, this is probably done for now. This can always restart, but without a signal, the focus needs to be on the downside here for ARB. I'll probably stop covering it now in the videos as well, because this is just this is turned into something bearish now, and might just become one of I might track it, but interest, I always see it when people stop watching the videos. Your interest has faded for ARB anyway, so we'll see. But this is now on the way down, unfortunately. Okay, Solana. Yeah, Clifford, I did say I will collect some Bitcoin Ethereum on the way down. Probably start maybe later today to add a few buy orders. Yeah, okay, Solana is just, this looks like third wave price action. As long as 1778 holds here, no trouble and no need to change the count. This has a lot of space left, you know, that it could drop without invalidating the bullish case, because even below 1778 there would be one fallback scenario, possibly even all the way down to $12. So that is actually not bad. That means it has a lot of space and could still protect the bullish scenario, whereas other coins by that time might have already made new bear market lows. Okay, so that's not too bad. Okay, Master Stories asked about Litecoin. Yeah, I think I updated that yesterday, but if it dropped much further. Oh dear, Pepe. I don't know. The Pepe chart is so short term, but okay, maybe we can have a look in a minute. Psst. So yeah, if anybody wants Pepe, hit the like button. But I can't promise you much. But anyway, let's first of all, let's update the 8th. So Litecoin, okay, actually no change to yesterday's wave count, but it obviously might very well break below the $73 level now. This is last support really for this particular setup. I looked at the chart earlier today and I thought, okay, is there something else that could be going on here? Now, I have one more idea, but below that, I would think that's it. I have one more idea. So I'm counting obviously this as a 1-2, 1-2 setup, and this as another 1-2, which is basically you have too many 1-2 setups, right? So it's already very choppy. But it can still rally as long as it's holding here 73.87 in this particular wave count with a third wave rally to $100 plus. I think it's another 90 days till the Litecoin halving, isn't it? But if it fails to hold 73.87, would it necessarily be bearish? No. I would think we have one more chance and could say that we, okay, had a wave 1 up here. The move down was actually an A wave, this a B wave, and we're coming down in C. But even then, ideally, this is one where I would really only do something on the spot market, to be honest. We can then formulate some targets based on the Fibonacci extensions. But for now, 73.87 is relevant support. Below that, we've got $65 here. But if we look at Fib extensions, really the last level I would want it to go to is 63.51. So and that's basically already where I have that dotted line. Basically, I leave that where it is. So basically what that means, to keep it simple, below 73.87, first warning, yeah, that things are going to start to break down. But okay, no reason to be too concerned yet. But below 61, I would say that's it, and we need to look for new bear market lows. Okay, so these are the two relevant levels in my opinion. Because if you break below this one here, yeah, you're just gonna invalidate a 1-2 setup, and it's gonna it's like a house of cards that will fall, will break together eventually. Okay. Okay, Dusan asked, okay, bearish count for Bitcoin. I mean, I do share them sometimes. I think they haven't changed the bearish counts. There are a few bearish counts that are possible. The probably most likely one would be, but again, I always say, there's no need to focus really on the bearish. We need to know that they exist and that we could still go to new bear market lows, but from an analysis point of view or trading point of view, as long as we have an uptrend, and unless we break bullish support, there's not really a need to really focus on it too much. But we just one second. Okay, but we have here the view. This is obviously the overview of the since June, yeah, and the idea would be that this here could have been W wave, so wave W, wave X, and all of this to the upside, a Y wave, so WXY, and in the Y wave we have an ABC, so that's a valid bearish count, and then we could be heading down now in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that would be the bearish count, heading down in 5 waves to new bear market lows, until we break below 17.5K. We still have bullish support left, so it's really only below that level that we need to focus on the bears. Okay, too much. Obviously, below 22K for Bitcoin, I would already get much more concerned that new bear market lows are coming, because then the imminent setup is going to break. But there's one more left, one more bullish setup left. But this would be the bearish count. Corrective structure here, yeah, in 3 waves, WXY, and then now coming down in 5. But at the moment, I don't see strong evidence for that yet. Okay. Okay. And that's the same for Ethereum as well. So, okay, Matic actually made a video just now. I think there's no change. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at Pepe. Some people asked for Pepe. One sec. I'll be back in 1 sec. I just need to check something here. 1 sec. Yeah, give me. Just put on mute. I'll be back in Okay, I'm back now. Yeah, sorry, I had to check something with the dog. He's running around here like crazy, and I thought he was he was dying from a bone or something. No, he's all right now. It's a puppy, so I need to check. So, all good. So he's drinking now. Yeah. Anyway, now okay. So we wanted to look at PayPay, and we do PayPay, but someone asked, okay, Crypto Honesto asked, have you heard anything about Jesus Coin? No, I haven't heard about Jesus Coin. No, I mean, thank you, but no, I haven't heard. I haven't heard about Jesus Coin. Got listed on, but that if something gets listed, all these memes. Be careful about all these memes, honestly. See, I don't even have it on. I don't even have it on the chart here on TradingView, so I can't really look at it. But no, I haven't heard about it, and I would just say, okay, be careful about all these memes. At the moment, it seems a bit like meme season again. So we obviously have Pepe going up and everything, and going up and down and whatever. But yeah, now they start with, what did I see? Baby Pepe coming out and things. Okay, I don't have a chart, so can't really say anything about it. But no, I haven't heard about it. But there are tons of altcoins which are obviously coming out. So just be careful. I would say, yeah, no, I'm not saying Jesus is a meme, okay? Just Jesus coin, honestly. I mean, I also don't say dog is a meme, but there's a Dogecoin. So anyway, it's better let's carry on. But no, I haven't heard about that. So no, there's no Persian accent here. Okay, what a crazy day. Okay, so let's look at Pepe. I've never looked at Pepe before. I don't even know how the chart looks like. I don't even know what the best chart is to look like, to be honest. But if so many people ask for Pepe now, what's the best chart to look at? Maybe some can say, is there? I guess a tether, but is it? Need to go to the 1-day chart first. There must be a better one than Binance, right? KuCoin? Well, there must be something that's better in terms of chart history. Or is that everything? Because then you can't. I mean, this one maybe. Is that Bitget? Pepe USDT spot. Is there something else? But that might be this one maybe here. Yeah, this probably here. OKX, Poloniex. I don't know. If that's the Pepe, yeah. See, there's not really much. From an Elliott Wave point of view, anyway, you can't really do much. So there is not really much you can do, really, because this obviously, while it is in an uptrend, but the chart history is just too short. Now you can just go back to basics. When you look at something like that, you have to use trend lines. But even for any TA that you do here, there's limited use or limited scope of what you can really do with any technical analysis here, because the chart history is so short. Yeah, the chart history is so really short. You can't really do much. Probably the best what you could do to trade this and to look at this, really, I mean, you have a significant swing low, right? So as long as I see, I can't even read those numbers. What is that? So here 2050, with I don't know how many zeros there are. As long as that's holding, you could work your way up against that. There isn't really much more in terms of support there, unless you want to look at this swing low here. We've got this swing low, and obviously down there, that would be, in my opinion, the more relevant one even. But this one here is obviously the closer one. And I mean, you have a possible 5-wave move up, right? But this is really not reliable from an Elliott Wave point of view. But you could say, okay, we had here off this swing low, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. Okay, so we have a 5-wave move up. So this could be a wave 2 now, and then we carry on obviously to the upside here. That would be ideal, yeah, in 5 waves. So we could get a 5-wave move here to the upside eventually. But whenever you have a 5-wave move up and you count it as a possible wave 1, then there's typically a wave 2 support somewhere. So there's typically a 78.6 retracement level somewhere. And I will highlight that in orange just to highlight the risk due to the chart. But that would be here. So just bear in mind, these memes go quickly. So I mean, not only memes, but new hypes. It's all the hype. It's not about the meme or whatever. It's the hype They just disappear quickly. But yeah, this would be relevant support in my opinion. Yeah, between the 50% retracement at 78.6, so between, what is that? It's 92510 and 35986 roughly. Yeah, so this is ideally where it would turn around. And if it doesn't hold that 78.6 retracement down here, then it's probably going to head further down. So hopefully that helps. But a method to use could be the moving average cross method, so that you get two moving averages, and you just need to find two moving averages that don't cross too often, and then whenever they cross bearish, you get out and then you get back in. So that's a good method for scalping. But yeah, that's really, from a TA point of view, you can't really do much other than identifying support here, and I think then trying to trade it if you really want to trade Pepe, because it's just less reliable from a trading point of view. Yeah, but okay, hopefully that helps. Oh wow, thank you very much. Sorry, I can't read your name because I don't know the symbols, but thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow, thank you very much. Okay, so that's Pepe. I've officially analyzed Pepe now, but there's not much more you can do really. And then Thomas, thank you very much as well. A bit off topic. Are you performing, let's say, paid FIB analysis on custom stocks? So we have on the website morecryptoonline.com, you can book a custom technical analysis. So obviously, within the day, I'm limited in terms of what I can do in terms of, how much time I have and everything, and the team. But yes, if someone is in need for a technical analysis that we don't normally cover, and it can be anything, any asset really, just check out the website and look at the website, and the technical analysis custom service. All right. Mustafa, I don't know what what's your plan for spots? I don't know what the question is. Okay, Robin asked, did you forget about Koti? No, I didn't forget about Koti, but it's just one coin that, to be honest, not too many people are interested in. Well, we can have a look. That's what we're here for. Koti. Well, yeah, it's not looking good. So we had an ABC here to the upside, holding support right now. But let me take all the subwaves out. And so it failed to rally in 5 waves. Yeah, Koti. It's been a long time since I've looked at this chart, but it failed to rally in 5 waves. Let me just get that straight here. Zoom out a bit. Oh, there must have been another chart I used before. That can't be the only one. There must be one where I actually have some waves on there. No. Yeah, might not find it right now. But certainly, I mean, looking at this here again, so this rallied off the January lows, but only in 3 waves. You can clearly see that. So this is in itself already a less reliable pattern. Yeah, because it's an ABC rally to the upside. It's a clear 3-wave move. You can see that very clearly even on the daily time frame here. This could still go higher, but obviously when you had an ABC rally, yeah, it would only work as a diagonal then. And obviously this was ABC down as well. So we had 3 waves up, 3 waves down. There could be some kind of a weird triangle here, or the problem is if you have a 3-wave move up rally, this could just, break below support easily, because you want 5 waves up and then you look for your 3-wave pullback. If you have 3 up and 3 down, it just makes the whole thing less reliable. But for anybody who's looking for a bullish count, 61 cents is support. It's not 61, 6.1 cents is support. 78.6 retracement. Because you could say, okay, maybe this is a part of a diagonal, so it would be a wave 1 here. Then this would be an A wave probably. Yeah, this would be a B wave, and we're now coming down in a C wave. The problem is the A wave came down so much that the C wave really doesn't have much space. And there's a really good chance that C is going to go below A, and then it will most likely invalidate the upside. So it's one where I would not be very convinced that it's going to turn around. And if you look for something as a long position, I would wait personally for a reversal. Very important, because this is just a straight line down now. Yeah, I think that's it. I think anywhere at the moment, it's just worth waiting for some kind of a signal. Yeah, not another documentary. So you said there is no reason to buy previous bull run altcoins because newly developed altcoins will likely perform way better in the next bull run. Yeah, the problem is with the crypto market, that's how it works. A lot of the, in my opinion, amazing projects, even new projects that have a good fan base, that are really good, good chains, they have crappy charts, many of them, unfortunately. So yeah. Okay. So where are we actually with Bitcoin? Okay, it's still 27.4K. I'm just going through the chat to pick, just to see if there are any questions. So Mahmoud asked, okay, or said, many coins are deep in support and can't take another dump. How can ETH and Bitcoin still go down? Well, what is obviously technically possible is that the altcoins are just going to make new bear market lows while Bitcoin, Ethereum are going to hold. So that's of course possible. But to be honest, a lot of altcoins still have some more room to go. It's going to be very interesting. But after a day like this, when it's really deep red, there's a good chance that on the day after we see a bit of a bounce. Yeah, very important. So I think Phantom, there's no change to my video. I made a video earlier today. I'm not sure if you missed that, but Phantom is deep in the red. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to break below that 35-cent level, as it seems. I said in the video, and you might have watched it, but yeah, it came down quite strongly now. With looking at this, this really looks as if we're resetting this B wave, and then it was 26 cents is the next support. But so there's one bullish scenario of a 1-2 setup where we could rally from here. While it looks like it's going to break it, to be honest. Below that, we've got the 10th of March low as support, 30 cents. That's more like structural support. And below that level, we just have the B wave left that will be reset if we make a new low. And then it's the, 26-cent level, I think, is relevant support then. But that is really it. That is the last option. If it breaks below that, I think we need to look for new bear market lows. Remember that Phantom anyway is a coin that only rallied in 3 waves of the November lows, so that is already a more or a less reliable one anyway. But it's either holding 35 or 30 or 26. Below 26, I think new bear market lows. So, but looking at the indicators, it's way oversold now on the 4-hour. Okay, the 4-hour is not too meaningful, so let's take a look at the daily chart. But also here we're now heading into a region. That's what I just meant, when you have a day like that, typically on the next day you see some bit of a bounce. And bear in mind, on Wednesday we have the inflation data coming. So bear in mind, these coins can always turn around at an instant. They don't need to warn you. They just turn around when they want. Look at this. I mean, it just turned around. Or when we came down here, it just turns around and they just turn around and just start to rally at some point. This is now nearly oversold. This is what I meant for Bitcoin as well. So oversold on the daily, for example. The RSI is nearly at the same level, or actually at the same level where we were on the 10th of March. And the 10th of March rally did perform quite well. I mean, after that we rallied like 75%, right? So the good news is if we are basically at the same level on the RSI, but the price is higher, that's actually fairly bullish, or at least it is an indication it could be turning around, but that's only an indicator. The price now needs to confirm that. So the price actually at the moment, all I see is an engulfing red candle, but it means we need to be watching for a potential reversal at any moment now. Okay. So thank you very much again for your support. Again, I can't read your name, unfortunately. I'm not familiar with those symbols. I'm very sorry about that, but thank you very much. My voice sounds pleasant. Thank you. Okay. No, highly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, so ADA, had a few questions about ADA. While the chart is loading, I need to drink some coffee before it gets cold. So okay, so ADA is coming down, not unexpected. Yeah, we talked about the triangle, broke to the downside. I shared earlier in the video today, I shared a wave count here for the downside. That's still relevant, but I took the subwaves out. Yeah, they were just not reliable anymore. But they always change often. But this is not reliable anymore in terms of, because I said I think this could be a, what did I say? Did I say anything? I can't remember. But it was a different count. I shared the subwaves. This doesn't add up anymore with the subwave structure. It's a very strange and choppy structure. But I have so far no evidence it's bottomed. So obviously it reacted to the golden ratio, 36 cents, but I would not be surprised if this goes down to 33. So at present, until we break below 38 cents or 38.3, the wave 2 high, the focus needs to be lower. But the overall appearance of the move down looks corrective. So ideally, it's we are going to see a reaction at the 33 cent level, but again, we need to see when we reach that level, do we see a reaction? And it needs to be a 5-wave move to the upside. So far, it's holding the golden ratio. Broke briefly below it and recovered, but this is not enough to say we have bottomed here or anything. Absolutely not. I would need to see a break above 38.3 cents, because then it takes out the wave 2 high, and it would look well, if this move down as it is sketched out now would be invalidated. Yeah, the reason, or the fact that this is so choppy, so much up and down and so many overlaps, would rather be a confirmation of the idea that this is a correction on the downside, and it could be an ending diagonal, then you just get these choppy movements. Okay. So Pascal said Matic. Yeah, I think I made a Matic video today actually, but it's finally moving. So we were waiting for further downside here on the Matic chart. Yeah, and I don't think it's over yet, to be honest. I mean, this looks like a third wave rally and to the downside, and this is what we're doing. Okay, so the idea was that 94 cents was a very important support. I stopped out below $1, I think 98 cents or something. Proved to be the right decision. That's what stops are for, because that was an important level. Yeah, the 98 cent level, $1 level. Then we had 94 cent support, but the idea was that 94 is going to break ideally, which it did now. And I think based on this structure, we have a little bit more room to go. Now, if we really eventually get this fourth wave and the fifth wave, I don't know, there's a case to be made that after this third wave, the low could be in. So we're looking here at support, I would say, in this, somewhere in this region here. Yeah, sort of around, we can just double check that. So I think I shared that in the video. If we look at, so I'm counting that as an ABC structure down. So we can measure the length for this. So we can compare the wave A length with the wave C length. And then you get sort of support at 87 cents. So I think we reached it already. And 78. These are purely levels to watch. I don't think the 78 cent level will be enough. But then we have 78. And then below that we have this structural support. So somewhere here I would expect at least a good reaction. But I would say it will, at the moment, it seems likely it will go down. It will go to that level, sort of 78 cents roughly. Yeah, and then maybe a little lower. We've got that green structural support area between 68 and 76. At the moment, there's no evidence we have bottomed, so I think it's heading lower. Yeah, and the way this is happening at the moment looks really like a third wave drop. So there should be a small fourth and a small fifth to complete the C wave, and then we need to see what do we see in terms of a reaction. The most likely count, in my opinion, would suggest we go a bit lower, but we'll see. Sometimes after 3 waves, it could be finished. So I would probably buy some Bitcoin Ethereum on the way down. Yeah, maybe some altcoins. I'm not sure yet. So eGold, the question about eGold. EGD. I think I looked at that not too long ago. I think eGold was a chart where we said ideally we're going to get one more low here, yeah, as it's sketched out here on the long-term chart, just because it looks better on the long-term chart. Yeah, it counts better to get one more low. First of all, let me move. No, that's fine. But we also said there is a chance where it could turn around if someone's looking for a bullish count. Yeah, that was sort of the conclusion in the last video, that there could be a case, you could make a case for a 1-2 setup here with support at 35.75, but it is higher risk, and I would rather be eventually looking for the downside here. That's why we still have that wave 5 to be made here to the downside as possibly an ending diagonal. Yeah, it would work out like that here, off this wave 4 high, in a wave 1 down, yeah, wave 2 up. This could be a third wave down, then a 4 and a 5. And then we could finish off here this entire mess sort of in the $20 region, maybe a little lower. But again, there is still a chance for it to turn around there. But I think the message was and is there are probably better long setups out there at the moment than eGold, due to the entire, because if you should not neglect the context, and then the context here suggests for me still that another low is at least likely. And there are other setups where there's a better chance that a bear market low could already be in, with similar reward to risk ratios. Okay, but below, I mean, there is one more bullish support here left, 35.75. If that breaks, we're going to retest most likely pretty much that $32 level, which was the January low, and below that level, yeah, we're making new lows. So it's not a very strong chart at this stage. So yeah, let's, a few people asked me about Veracity earlier today, so let's take a look at that. So Storm M, you said when to buy. I mean, that always has to be an individual decision. There isn't really a right or wrong there, because it all depends on someone's portfolio really and the objective of a trade. Yeah. So for example, when for one person a short trade could be right, for another person a long trade could be right. It all depends on what the plan is. But I will buy a little lower. We'll start to scale into Bitcoin Ethereum, collect a bit. But yeah, there is not the ultimate, when to buy or when to sell level, unfortunately. I'm just trying to find here actually the chart I used for Veracity before. I can't find it. I'm not sure if they changed. Ah, yeah, there you go. Okay, so we had here, because I don't cover that chart very often, so let's see what we did, what we do. Oh, that's fine. There's no change really at the moment to the wave count. So the idea is probably still, there is a bit of a change. So the orange support area here was wave 2 support. It did react. Hold on, why do I have a 5-wave move down? Okay, so if that was a 5-wave move down, that should have been, or that would be an A wave. Yeah, 5 down A, then 3 up in a B, and we're now in a C wave down. So the support area wasn't broken, so the third wave rally option is still valid. But I think the reason why this support area is in orange, let me just hide these here just to make it a bit cleaner, is because it's higher risk. Yeah, and the reason, oh yeah, it was on log scale. The reason this was higher risk, is it the entire chart history? Might be. Is that this is really the first impulse really in its lifetime, and that is just generally the risk, right? Because you haven't got the long-term prospect here that is in a long-term uptrend, right? But we have a possible 5 up, yeah, in a wave 1, an A wave down, a B wave up, and a C wave down. But oh yeah, the other reason why this was highlighted in orange, which indicates high risk, is because if I'm counting it bullish, like here an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. Again, the C wave would really need to hold that point. What is it? 0.004. What is it? 1 second. 0.00409 level. Yeah, the C wave. But the A wave already came down so much. So the C wave is running out of space. So yeah, again, also here I think there are better setups, because this could, in a very similar way, be bearish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's higher risk, yeah, because you don't have the long-term uptrend history on this chart. But as long as 0.00409 is holding, you could make a case for a third wave rally. But that is the pivot that will decide between a third wave rally, the good reward to risk ratio, and a drop below the January lows. Okay, so Randlelva. So I mean, Joe is not a chart I've ever looked at, I think, but it's probably I think I looked at it, but oh yeah, we did actually. Haha. So yeah, no change here to the wave count. I can't remember. Did I talk about that in live stream? Might have. It's a similar story to Veracity, VRA. It's also basically it's a lifetime downtrend, so it's a crappy chart. Yeah, it's a pretty bad chart because it's a lifetime downtrend. This is the first possible impulse, and when you have that after a lifetime downtrend, the chart needs to prove itself, and it does that in the wave 2 support area. Now, the way this looks, it might hold, but it's already challenging it. Yeah, so you can make a case for 5 up. Yep, and then an ABC structure down. Yep. But then it needs to hold the 26.27 cent level, and it's just accelerating down. It's not even slowing down. I wouldn't have a lot of, I wouldn't have a lot of trust in this, that this is going to hold. This may very well break, but again, it's holding as long as it's holding, but it's just an engulfing red candle, and it seems like negative momentum is increasing. You see that on the MACD. It's increasing. Now we are oversold on the daily. That's typically a pretty good bottoming signal, but it's less reliable on altcoin charts. It's more reliable on Bitcoin. We were oversold here the last time. That was here back in November. I think it made a slightly lower low afterwards, but actually it rallied afterwards. So it's normally these oversold readings, they are indicative of some kind of a low, of a bottom. Sometimes it may take some time to play out. It's just you don't have that chart history that is massively bullish. And yeah, again, you can make a case here as well that you have a 1-2 setup, but it's the 26.2 cent level that again is the pivot between new bear market lows and a third wave rally as well. Okay, so yeah, Flockfar asked for H-bar. I think H-bar is pretty much doing what it's supposed to be doing from the last videos. Again, just need some coffee. Yeah, so H-bar, I posted it earlier on Telegram, Discord, that the 4.9 cent level should be the next target. I think we're on a path towards that level, and then I would like to see some kind of reaction here at the 4.9 cent level. Yeah, but it's in a wave 5, okay, and ideally this will end it. Yeah, the 4.9. Ideally, it doesn't go below the 4.9 cent level, because then again it would break that 78.6 fib level, and you know what that means. So okay, Roger asked for Mask. Mask is, by the way, a coin that we normally just cover in the channel membership, but you are members, so you know that. But for anybody else, very deep in support now, very deep in support. Now at 359, I really also here, it would really need to turn around now. I mean, if it doesn't turn around here, yeah, this could break down like a house of cards, a little bit like Litecoin. Yeah. So the problem is on this chart also we have a possible 1-2 setup, another 1-2, another 1-2 setup. I mean, what else could it be? If this breaks below 359, again, it can still hold and then rally later, but again, it's increasing in negative momentum. You see that it's basically like a straight line down. Technically not going to be invalidated until it breaks below the 265 level, but then it's you know, again, it's all about likelihood. It's like 9 of 10 cases it's failing if it breaks below the 78.6 fib level. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know what the alternative would be, to be honest. I mean, what could it be? Just thinking, could it be wave 1 up? Because if I go to the, might need a bit more context here. I mean, yeah, you would have to start to think, you know, okay, it can still hold it possibly all the way down to 265, but below that level, all of this might have just been corrective. Yeah, something like, what is it? Let's see, could be a, oh, that's like an A wave up. Oops, 1 second. Like A wave, yeah. B wave, okay, and the C wave, and then we would follow through to the downside then in another 5 wave pattern. That's pretty bad. So yeah, all I can say is that below 359 it will lose a lot of credibility, and then the wave 2 support, the last support, I would sort of believe from where it could turn around is 259, at least reliable support, you know. Okay, so let me close a few charts here because it gets too many charts on the screen now. And by the way, someone asked about Pepe. So we did put a support level on the chart. Well, I'm just see actually that we were on the log chart, but it didn't make a difference. So yeah, this would be the linear chart support at 115167 here. 78.6 retracement, but this is not high reliability, yeah, this one, because of it's just the initial pump, and you can make the case this was in 5 waves, but you can easily also count it as a 3-wave move on the linear chart, yeah. So it's again, it's either holding here at 115167, again below that it's too deep normally for a reliable continuation to the upside. So where are we with Bitcoin? Yeah, let's just Ethereum first. So there's no change to the previous video and count. I think we have a good case to make that we topped here in wave 2, which was today's high. No, today's high, and that we're now in a 3rd wave down. Now that again will be a 5-wave move, the 3rd wave. There's no change to the previous videos I made, absolutely not. And also I think Bitcoin still on track here. If I zoom in a little bit, I need to go back to the 1-hour chart. Yeah, broke support. I'm waiting for it to break below 27,210 because then it invalidates officially. Well, not invalidate, it actually will confirm the triangle count to the downside, the break. Yeah, the break of the triangle to the downside will confirm that and would then fulfill our primary expectation. We had here earlier today resistance for a 4th wave. There could have been a nice short setup here out of resistance to the downside with a stop above resistance, would have worked out nicely. And overall, the move down doesn't look finished yet. Okay, so for Bitcoin also it could be that this here is the 3rd wave which is currently being finished. Then there should be a 4th wave reaction or pullback, and then a 5th wave down. So what else? Okay, ARB we covered. Yeah, BNB. So yeah, BNB coming down as well, is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Talked about that in previous videos, that the $305 level or sort of 297 would be likely targets here for BNB on the way down. So I just need to move those waves across here. It looks like an ending diagonal to the downside here. Also here, I would say BNB has a really good chance to be in the wave 2. So let me just move the waves to the side here. Because BNB is one of the coins that actually has been outperforming Bitcoin cycle over cycle. I'm going to move the support area to the right hand side because it's now back in support. It reacted to support a few times now, but it's finally deeper, yeah, and it didn't look finished yet. So it reacted again here to our resistance area and it's coming down now. And this could be the third wave drop at the moment. Then a fourth wave bounce, a fifth wave down. And yeah, I think if we look at target, you can take the length of that A wave. We go to the high of the B wave. And then we get sort of the 1-to-1 ratio here that's pointing towards that $305, $306 level, which is also the 50% retracement. Below that, we've got 297 and then 283. Somewhere there, we need to wait for a reaction, need to see a reaction. But for now, we lost support, so we'll likely also go a little lower. Bear in mind that from one day to another, they can always turn around. But it's now in support again. Okay, so yeah, Chen asked about, yes, some altcoins dumped hard and others still have space. Which one to watch for bottom? So I think, in terms of altcoins, I mean, like BNB, it still has space to go lower, which is actually good. There's a dog running around here, which is actually quite good because if it still has space, it is less at risk of invalidation. Yeah, but still would have a decent reward to risk ratio. Whereas some altcoins that really maxed out what they can do on the way down, they are at higher risk of invalidating. And I would have the mindset at the moment that I would sort of pay attention, especially the coins that are not yet at risk of invalidation or haven't invalidated yet, because some coins might actually do the invalidation. Oh, come on. The dogs want to play. Not here. Yeah, see, that's the trouble because I'm traveling at the moment. I've got the dogs with me here and they just we're all in one room, which is all a bit, come on, go away. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I think the mindset needs to be, that the coins are going to drop further because that's the short-term trend at the moment. They are going to drop further until we see an initial reaction, like a small 5-wave move to the upside. Okay, or the alternative approach could be because you say, okay, we are in a larger uptrend, yeah, because we're following the coins that are in a larger uptrend. This is now the pullback, and you just sort of buy, but you have a stop below the invalidation point. That's the other approach to how to handle that really. So yeah, let's look at render. Yeah, render, I think, yesterday I made the video about render and highlighted that ascending broadening wedge, which again typically is sort of a pattern of exhaustion. It broke down then. Yeah, we counted 5 waves up as basically complete, broke down, and I would now at least expect it to come down to that ascending trend channel or trend line here. That would be at 150. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to that level. And bear in mind what we said about the yellow support area. So actually I need to move out a little bit. But we said the move up looks like a leading diagonal. So that was so far the right view, I think. Yeah. Yesterday I showed you an ABC structure in wave 5. We could count that technically complete. That of course doesn't mean it needs to come down, but it always is worth watching then, especially because we had that ascending broadening wedge, which is also a generally bearish pattern. But this is support, yeah, for the wave 2. So we've got here this support zone, the pullback zone, between 80 cents and 147. So ideally, if it comes down lower, it will react to one of these fib levels. Now, if you look at the trend line or the channel, yeah, and you look at the 50% level, so that could sort of match, if it comes down, hits the 50% fib level and could then go. The thing is, after a leading diagonal, which this one is in the best case, due to all these overlaps, if it's not something more bearish, then it would normally come down quite deep, yeah, in a pullback to sort of the 78.6 retracement maybe. That's just from experience what they normally what they normally would do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what else do we have? Second. Okay, Brian asked about Quant. Yeah, I think I made a Quant video earlier today, so we might have dropped a little bit lower since then. Yeah, we dropped a little lower. That was sort of expected based on this wave count. The idea is to test the $100 level. We nearly did that today already. $100 is of course the psychological support. Then we have support at $97. And then we should head into our long-term support area and trend reversal area between $94 and 61. At the moment, I would have the expectation to go to at least $94. Yeah. And that view is valid as long as we hold 119. So as long as we stay below that level, because the idea is we're in a C wave to the downside of wave 5 to complete this correction. So, okay, so let's update Chainlink. Okay, so Chainlink is at the moment no reason to worry. It still has a bit of space to go. Let me update the timestamp here. So Chainlink needs to hold, again, it has quite a bit of room to go. So it needs to hold the $6 level to still have a likely chance to rally in a third wave. Now with Chainlink, probabilities are fairly, balanced. And the reason is that Chainlink obviously has been moving in this sort of triangle or range for a year. I think it might be, wait, what day is it? Is it the 8th today? I think it's just another couple of days. Well, no, look at this. When did we enter this range? 8th of May. I see it's officially a year that Link entered this this range. So it's birthday, happy birthday in the range. So it's 1 year that Link has been moving in this range, and see, because of that, probabilities are fairly balanced here on the Link chart. There is it ranges as long as it ranges, and there is no set time limit. But as long as it's holding the $6 level, of course, there is a decent chance to rally in a third wave. And if Bitcoin, Ethereum finally do their rally, then Link might have a good chance of doing and following. But also here below $6, it will increase the likelihood of breaking out of the range to the downside, which would then be the 530. 530 is the breakout point to the downside. Okay, and then it might hit the $3 range. Ideally, it's holding the $6 level. Should be able to do it, in my opinion, if Bitcoin, Ethereum sort of hold their range as well. So looking at this, how much more can it drop? I think we talk here about roughly another 10% or something. Or not even. Okay, so it's only like 6%. So yeah, let's see if it can hold. We also have the previous structural support around that 78.6 FIB level, also at $6. So let's see if that is going to be. But I would say there's a good chance it actually drops to the 78.6 FIB now. Yeah, so let's see. I mean, it's always, when you have the, and bear in mind in a couple of days we get the inflation data. So depending on how that is going to play out, you could see maybe a reaction into the complete opposite direction, that we suddenly see a bit of a rally, right? So, okay, so what else? Yeah, someone, where was that? Yeah, Nikhil. I will always update on Discord and Telegram if I buy something. Absolutely. Okay, VeChain. Wow. Yeah, this is getting worried about VeChain now. Again, let me update the timestamp. Okay, so yeah, VeChain clearly invalidated this 1-2 setup here. So this is not an option anymore to rally directly from there. The condition was to hold the 2.07 cent level. That broke. So what else is left for support? It really is only it was the 1.9 cent level really. So that's invalidated, that's broken. it's technically still possible really to hold at one of these levels. Let me actually move that support area across. But yeah, here I'm getting worried now about new bear market lows. This could be a reset of wave 2. I think we had it on the chart already, but it really shouldn't drop much further. Now, the problem is that already on the 10th of March, it dropped down quite a bit. Read it in 3 waves, that's fine, yeah. But now on the way down, it would need to hold the 1.9 cent level, really. Because below that level, while further upside is not invalidated, it just, again, it reduces in reliability. It reduces in reliability, yeah. So, yeah. So let's see if it's holding 1.9 cents. If it doesn't, I think we have to prepare for new bear market lows here. I'm just having a look in the chat. Yeah, 4-star strength. I don't know. I don't see a question from you. You just said I should answer you, but I don't see a question. So then, okay, question about FET, FET. Yeah, still has space to go to the downside. Yeah, still has space to go and room to go. It's actually in this channel. So next support would probably be here. I would be watching this channel support. It's coming down in a WXY correction as far as I'm concerned. And also here in the Y wave, so far a nice 3-wave move ABC. So I would be watching the channel support of this corrective price channel. That's around 22 cents. And below that we've got 17.5 cents. Yeah. And from there it could then take off. By the way, also while we're here, let's just update the timestamp. So yeah, okay. And guys, maybe one more, and then we've been over an hour actually. Time is flying. Maybe let's do one more, and then I have to close the stream really. And we'll do some more updates later today. So optimism, yeah, because all the other ones we did. Let's do optimism. And this is most likely going to go to new bear market lows, I would say, at least from what I can see now, because the last bullish support here that is reliable is at 169. And it's about to break that, and it probably will break that. Okay, no, it's not 169, it's 167, but it's there, and there is one more support left, but I do not see it as reliable, and that's at 120. Yeah, that's at 120. So if 167 breaks, there's some more support at 120, but I would not see that as reliable bullish support anymore. So optimism is one where I'd be extremely careful. Yeah, it's a shame because the project is good and everything, but that's how crypto works, right? It's not the project quality that necessarily makes the prices. It's purely the sentiment. So yeah, I'd be careful about this one. But yeah, below 167 is 112. Below that, I don't really have any reliable bullish support left, really. Yeah, and then I have to close the stream because we've been here over an hour now, way above an hour. And I'll do some more updates later today. Anyway, I need to work on the altcoin video for channel members. Anyway, anybody who's not a channel member and is interested in more updates, of course, you know how to join the membership. Feel free to do so. There is a weekly altcoin video. I haven't made one now for a couple of weeks though, because I was traveling actually, and to be honest, not much happened in the market, but now that we have some movement, I need to update that. But yeah, let's see. It's interesting. I would go here generally, maybe a summary. I would currently have the mindset it's going to drop further until we see an initial reaction. And what would be an initial reaction? Well, we have on most charts the FIB support levels. I'd be watching those FIB supports. And then if we see on a very small time frame a 5-wave move up, yeah, that is the first signal. And then the 3-wave pullback could be a pullback trade entry point. Yeah, obviously that requires watching the chart and so on. So I'll keep you updated anyway as good as I can. And other than that, thanks all for joining the live stream. Apologies for anybody who joined late. I didn't really announce the live stream because suddenly we had that flush in the market. I thought, look, I've got some time. Let's just get online and do it and update some charts. You can ask questions and so on. But yes, it's what it is. We always need to be spontaneous in the crypto market, right? Because it's dynamic. Good. So again, hope you enjoyed the stream. And again, have a great week and see you later.